Hey, what's up everybody? Follow along with me as I critique my own first USPSA shooting match. Will you learn anything? Probably not. Will you laugh at me? More than likely. So let's get into it. First couple shots weren't bad. All right, I'm gonna stop it right here. You'll see coming up, I did not plan the run very well. I kind of did what I always do. I'm just gonna wing it. That didn't work out for me because I had not planned when the best time to reload was. I hadn't planned where I would stop to engage the targets. So I think I stopped 3 times in this run, trying to get through it. And right there, if we go back, that first steel, I had never shot steel like this before, so that takes a while to fall down. All my steel I've shot, either it's just you hear the ring or it falls down pretty fast. So I hesitated, even though I heard the ding of me hitting the steel. I wasn't sure if it was going to fall. I should have just went on to my next target. That's another issue I made. And another miss. All right, so first things first, even though I'd walk the stage, I'd talk to people and when they're planning to reload. I didn't plan when to reload. I didn't plan where I was going to stand to do the stage. I just, as I saw targets, I engaged the targets. I didn't move while I engaged the targets. I stopped, made sure I had a good sight, and shot them. Was that the right answer or not? Probably not. But definitely towards the end, I started planning my stages a little more, knowing, okay, this is when I'm going to reload. This is when I'm going to engage these targets. I'm going to engage these targets from here. This was a fun first stage. It was kind of long instead of wide, so you're moving forward, which I really liked. Shooting the steel, I'd never shot steel like that. So the first, I guess, they're not poppers, but the fall down, the piece, I shot it and I didn't realize how long it takes for it to fall. So even though I heard the ding or the gong, I hesitated for a second, like, oh no, I missed that. I should have just gone on to the next one and waited for it to fall, but I didn't know. So, but yeah, basically, I think I got in my head. I was a little too worried about everything instead of just worrying about the problems in front of me. Should have made a plan and should have trusted when I shot the gongs. And those are the 3 I see. I'm sure there's many more that more experienced shooters see. Another thing I messed up on is I did not draw my pistol until I was within the course, and I believe I could have drawn it the second the beeper went off. So I had a little less time to build my grip. But other than that, fun first run. All right, the next one was the actual qualifier. It's a pretty cool one. It's basically 4 targets kind of in a cross with a no shoot in the middle. You start with your firearm on the table. And so we'll go through this and then we will critique. All right, so we started with our hands up. And right as the beep goes off, I make the cardinal sin. I move backwards for some reason. I get loaded. And in my mind, I'm going to engage the hardest target, which is the top target first. Do my reload. Top target again. Don't have a good cadence. Unload, show clear. So a couple of things I messed up on just my setup. So I had never done a off the table load and fire. So I was trying to think, how will I place my mag so it's the most natural to go in? Well, I decided to place my mags facing my left. In my mind, I could just pick them up and shove them in. Worked great in my mind. It wasn't the optimal. The optimal is actually to have them the bullet facing up. So you have more to grab when you reach down, and it's more natural to how you pull from your belt when you go in, so you already have that muscle memory. So that was a slight mistake I made. I don't think that dinged me too much, but it's not best practices. The other mistake I made was I engaged the hardest target first, and I went counterclockwise for some reason. I don't know why I did that. what I should have done is started on like the far right target, bottom left, and then the hardest target last. That way I'm more established in my grip, I'm more established in my dot, my sight picture. I have the most rounds in, I'm the most warmed up for the hardest picture. I can take that shot a little faster. But other than that, I didn't hit the no shoot, and I didn't miss, so we'll take that. So I believe, as I understand, that's my qualifier. I have to do 4 more of those to actually get a rating. I believe my time just barely put me in C class, if I understand all this scoring and numbering, but I don't. So I believe I am in C class.
Not great, not terrible.
Next one, we start inside a house, and there's actually 2 different rooms. You can be farther back, or you can go up and engage it, and you have to shoot outside of windows. And then in the front, there's 2 windows that you push down, and you engage the targets. There's like a hallway, engage targets, and you go push another window down, engage the targets. Looked pretty fun. Didn't do horrible on this one, although I thought I did, and we'll get into that. So I'm ready, standing by. A little better cadence right there. Pop, 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 pop. Not good cadence. Good cadence. Push it down. Make sure you don't flag yourself. And once again, I didn't plan my reloads, so I had to reload in between a string. And right there, I thought I was getting kicked out. I thought I DNF'd my first competition. I was so pissed with myself in that split second, so confused. I drove all this way, I paid this money, I did this training. This is what I do, right? Like I shoot. I'm not good at anything else. I'm not even good at the shooting, but like at least I could not get DQ'd. The target got blown over. So luckily, I got a little extra shooting. I got to run through it, understand it a little better, and yeah, I didn't get DQ'd. The target fell down. We reset. They let some other people go because I didn't have as many fully loaded magazines as I'd want to. I apparently lost some magazines somewhere. I found them later. They were in my bag right where I put them with me the entire time. I just couldn't find them in that moment. So another pro tip, make sure you have your stuff organized. Now the question is, will I learn and will I actually have my plan out when I do the reloads? Let's watch to find out. Good cadence, a little fast in that last one. I think I pulled it. Oof. I think that was a Charlie. Slowing down on the longer ones. And no. Hey, guess what? I didn't learn. So we can go over kind of the same mistakes I made. I planned where I was going, so I didn't make the stop mistake of stopping in a bunch of little places, but I didn't plan when to reload. The doors, I nearly flagged myself, so the rules were explained by the ROs. We couldn't use our pistol to push that wood door open, we had to use our hand, but we couldn't put our hand in front of our pistol, obviously. So had to kind of move the gun up and push it. Well, I was close. I could tell I was close. But luckily didn't get DQ'd there. The other thing I didn't realize, and a lot of people didn't realize, is because there was 2 rooms you could engage from, that right side could all be engaged from the far right window if you're all the way in the back and willing to lean out. Obviously it was a further shot, but you save yourself quite a bit of time running over, opening that door and engaging it. I don't know if I would have been comfortable making good shots that far, but the person who did it, he shaved 4 to 5 seconds off of everyone's time doing that. So if I was a better shot, definitely the meta on that course, but fun course. I like the problem solving, the unusual, like how often when you go to the range are you opening a door or shooting out of a window. So that was pretty fun. Once again, really liked it. A lot I could do better, but that's why we're doing this. Hey y'all, thanks for making it this far. Have you done a competitive shooting match? And if you have, what's your favorite? Do you like USPSA USPSA or IDPA, IDPA, or do you just go shoot with friends? I kind of like shooting with friends. So the next one was a side-to-side long one, which I like how they change up. It's not all just running back and forth. There's forward, back, side-to-side movement. So I enjoyed that one. This one also had some steel, and yeah, I'm not great on poppers. I like them, but I'm not great, and I get frustrated on them. So by now, I'm taking my time. I didn't want to try to lean out and engage those, and I figured I wanted to come to this window anyway. Missed the first one, missed the fourth one, missed the fifth one, got the sixth one. I decided I'm going to reload, even though I don't necessarily need it. Well, I probably needed it. As you notice, there's a little difference. I'm not even running. I'm just going through, making the shots. Come all the way out of here. Hit those two steel. So I think that was my best technical execution of the day. I planned out where I was going to reload. I planned out which targets I was going to engage from where. Did I make the correct decisions? Yeah, good enough for me. I think I did well. The other thing is I wasn't trying to move super fast. Once again, it took me 3 courses to realize I'm not at the level where I move fast. I need to move safely, think about what I'm doing, get good hits, and once I get that down, then I can start moving fast. So once again, super fun course. 10 out of 10 would shoot it again. The last one of the day. It was a little crazy. We were close to the 180 to engage both the targets. Right at the start, there's a hard left and hard right targets you have to engage. So I was very conscientious of where my muzzle was pointing. Didn't want to, we're nearly done. I don't want to get DQ'd right now. I was supposed to be up first. I opted to go second to last. Just wanted to watch some people run through it, even though I walked through it a lot. Wanted to get comfortable, Didn't want to be the first one to open it up. It was kind of cool. There was 2 cars there, and you got to shoot through some windows, lean up against some cars, do some cool stuff. So once again, I'm slowing down, kind of a silly walk up, but that's what you get from me, silly boy. Move up to that beautiful car, lean against it, engage those targets, got some steel. Oh, missed the steel. Missed 2 steel, ran out of ammo. Waited for the steel to fall before I engaged the next one. Standard engagement, lean over. Didn't wait for the steel, shot through the window. Honestly, that was, I think, my favorite course. I don't know if maybe I was just a little more comfortable with everything at that point. I could have enjoyed it a little more. But the shooting around cover, shooting through a car, that was kind of fun. My biggest concern on that one, other than breaking the 180, was forgetting to shoot the one through the passenger window. But we made it. We got her done. So what can I say now? I definitely need to dry fire more. I need to be in a better headspace. I was trying, because I do this YouTube stuff, I was trying to get some footage, and I was spending about half my my mental capacity on making sure the camera's set up, making sure the camera on my head's set up, instead of just running through that. Had I asked, could I have asked somebody to, hey, can you walk behind me with the camera? Probably. I just didn't want to impose. Like I said, this was my first time here, and some kid be like, hey, can you videotape me for YouTube? Would they have done it? Absolutely. I don't think anybody would have thought anything of it. But super fun time. Everybody there was super nice. I'm not just saying that. I mean, they were really nice. They walked me through. Some people were giving me some pointers, about the way I oriented the mags. And, one guy's like, oh, yeah, I always suck on steel on trees. And he's like, well, if you think you always suck on steel on trees, you're always going to suck on steel on trees. And I was like, fair. So thanks, Frank. I know in one of the other videos I said I don't want to get gear because I don't know if this is something I want to do. I still am not going to get specific gear for this. I'm going to continue to rock what I have because I think I'm a very, very low C-class qualifier. Gear's not going to make a difference for me. I'm just going to have fun doing it, and I want to keep pushing it. I think I got the bug, much to my wife's disdain. It really opens up a lot of the things that you gloss over when you're shooting with yourself or friends. The biggest thing is I've noticed myself is like when I'm shooting with friends, we'll do 100, 150 rounds to warm up. And then we start, challenging each other. It's never a cold start. And while technically the first one is the only cold start and you can do some dry fire before at the safety table, the amount of time in between each stage, it's basically a cold start. You're probably not going to get into a situation where you're all nice and warmed and primed and can just go into it. So dry fire, muscle memory, repetitions definitely matter. Being conscientious definitely matters. Yeah, and just open my eyes. I'm not the greatest shooter, but I'm a pretty good shooter, especially, with my friends, and we'll get on dueling trees or we'll make little, challenges and little lanes to go through. I do okay, but then I realized, maybe I only had one really good run out of 5 or 6 runs. So I get to learn the lane, go through, and then in my mind, I just hold the best one. So I think I'm a pretty good shot. This showed me I'm not a good shot. I'm not good tactically at this stuff. I'm not thinking correctly. So this opened my eyes, really showed me my shortcomings, which are many and large. And it humbled me. I thought I was humble before, but no, it humbled me when there's a guy with sensory problems and can barely walk, and he's putting up better scores than you. It kind of opens your eyes to maybe I need to do some more training. But all in all, hope you enjoyed this. I hope to do more. Thanks for watching. You'll have a good day.